I want to find my creative groove, my creative confidence again. I was burnt out. I was doing my MA, which took a lot out of me. I was moving, I was starting a new job, and I just needed a break to get used to my new life and adjust to my new schedule, which was good at the beginning, but I realized I needed to create for myself. Making things and exploring creative opportunity is what feeds my soul. But having taken a break for so long, it felt like I had forgotten how to make stuff. I became nervous to create. I just wanted everything to be perfect. Well, maybe not perfect, but polished and complete. I've come to realize that is not a productive way of thinking. I just needed to start. It didn't have to be good. It didn't have to be revolutionary. I just needed to start, to explore again. Not to wait for inspiration, not to wait for the next best idea, but to enjoy the process of making things, to learn what I like now and what I want to learn more about or learn how to do, what direction I want to go, and what I want to share with people. Not everything needs to be Instagram worthy. Not everything is going to define me as a designer forever, because I feel like I've grown so much as a designer and a creative and an academic, even though I haven't really been making all that much stuff, but I feel so much more solid in what my values are and what I want to do in life. I have a big problem with failure and rejection, and my lovely therapist once told me either you win or you learn, and there is no loss in trying. So I just have to go for it, even if it doesn't end up the way I think it might. I'm also very guilty of coming up with loads of ideas, getting really excited, and then just not getting them done because there isn't enough time to do them all at once. I just want them all to exist instantaneously, and I realize that is not feasible. One quote that really rings true about this is by Glenn Smith when he wrote, "We often overestimate what we can do in a day, but underestimate what we can do in a year." Or when Bill Gates said, "Most people overestimate what they can do in 1 year and underestimate what they can do in 10 years. Or by Tony Robbins when he said, "We overestimate what we can do in a day, but underestimate what we can do in a lifetime." I think at this point we can agree that this is a universal truth. Growth and success aren't instantaneous. They develop from consistent practice, dedication, and continual development. Rome wasn't built in a day. Another universal truth. It takes time to complete things. Who knew? That is why I want to do this. I want to find my creative voice again. I want to get back into practice and figure out what works for me now as a designer and what is sustainable, ongoing in my life. Because I don't want to re-enter this cycle of working really hard and then just burning out, because that is not good or helpful or healthy. Yeah, I'm excited to create again, and hopefully we'll find a community of like-minded people that are also really interested in exploring what will work for them as designers in a sustainable way and just become more well-rounded, healthy people. So hi, I'm Mairi. I am a visual designer and I'm making videos again. I started my YouTube channel originally because I wanted to connect with my friends when I moved to Denmark for a semester, and it was just a fun way to share with people new and exciting things that I was experiencing in my life. A couple of videos became very popular, which still slightly confuses me to this day. I continued to make videos when I was finishing up fashion school and still tried to make videos when I was doing my MA in London, but it was hard. I was very busy. I became less interested in what was popular on the platform at the time. And it was such a strange transitioning time in my life as a person and as a designer. As I said, during my MA, I became much more certain about who I was academically and creatively, but at the same time, I was still nervous to make stuff. And I think this was partially because I was being told a lot to make my work more accessible to a European audience, or that they were questioning my process, and I think I held on to those sentiments. And even though I was quite happy with the outcomes of my projects, I felt like those words stuck with me. It started to erode my creative confidence. After finishing my MA, I sent out many CVs and portfolios to no success. I didn't hear back from anybody. And then I began to think that maybe they were right and I needed to bend my work to appeal to more people or to appeal to specific people. But then I got a job, my current job for the last 2 years, working at a performing arts institution in Canada. So I felt a little bit defeated because I couldn't make it work in London, but I did feel really grateful that I found a job in the arts and exploring topics that I also explored during my MA. And it sounded like something I would really enjoy, and I have enjoyed it, but at the same time, it has taken a bit of a toll on me. I no longer had time to create for myself, and I became so overwhelmed with work that I lost even the desire to create. I was starting to feel very lost, like very, very lost. I forgot who I was as a designer and a creator, and I felt like that it was so far out of reach that I just couldn't even see it anymore. It was a crucial part of my identity that felt like it was just fading away. So this is where this whole thing comes in. I wanted an opportunity to create again, where I had autonomy to decide what I was making. And I couldn't just wait for these opportunities to arrive. I needed to create these opportunities for myself. So for the next year, I'm going to complete 12 challenges for creative self-improvement. This is very much influenced by the likes of Nat Diavella, Wheezy Waiter, and Michelle B. They make amazing content about self-improvement and trying new things and seeing what works within their own lives. And they've really helped me and inspired me in my own life and really put me on a path to figuring this all out. But I want to put a little spin on it to focus on improving the creative aspects of my life. And if these work for me, then great. And if they don't, well, I will take my learnings from that into the next challenge. It's all in the hope to build up good habits to help creativity and have a commitment to continual growth. And also just a chance to make some fun, nice, cool stuff. So some of these challenges will include to complete a sketchbook. I've never filled every page of a sketchbook. I start and I don't finish, or I feel like they are too nice for my non-committal doodling. So I want to change that. Meditation for creativity for 30 days. I've been meditating on and off for the past 3 years, and I know it helps with practically everything, but I've never been consistent with it. I'm really interested to see how it can help with my creative process and also get rid of this anxiety I have over just starting to create stuff. Doing morning pages. I've heard wonders of starting off your morning either drawing or writing before doing anything else, and I just want to see what the hype is all about. None of these challenges are majorly onerous. I'm not trying to make a feature film in a month. I'm just trying to commit to small changes that could have a huge impact on my life. Or not. That's what I hope to find out. Thanks for making it to the end of this video, and thanks for those who have been watching me for all of these years. I really appreciate all the people that have messaged me every so often to be like, when are you making a new video? And I'm making it now. You're watching it now. It's nice to know that people are still really interested in what I want to create. It makes me happy. Let me know what you've been up to. Let me know what you want to improve on this year or the next 10 years or your lifetime. Bye.